morning, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Erlia, otherwise known as martziechic if you guys are new here, and I'm a full-time reseller. Today I'm going to be walking you through a day in my life of what it looks like for a push week for me. A push week is when I'm doing things a little bit faster than I usually would for myself and my business, and really cutting down into what is most important for me to do. So this week specifically, my push week is me listing and sourcing more. So today I'm going to be listing 20 items just this morning, and then this afternoon I'm going to be sourcing some new items over at the Goodwill bins, just because right now I need bulk inventory. I was really internally struggling this morning if I should go to the buy-sell trade stores this morning, but the thing is about the buy-sell trade stores, sometimes you don't actually find everything that you were hoping for, or at least the number of items you're hoping for, and usually I do source less than 20 items on those runs. Although they might be more profitable for me short term, I know that long term, having more inventory in my closet is more important than a few select items. Also, usually about 20% of the items I pick up at these specific bins I'm going to are more high end. So I'm not too worried about not having nicer items in my closet that I might find at the buy-sell trade stores, just because also it saves me a lot more money on inventory, and then if I ever need to liquidate that inventory, it makes it a lot easier. This morning I'm really going to be plugging away at my listings, so I don't think I'm going to be talking quite as much as I usually do in these vlogs. But if I have anything to add, I definitely will pop in there and talk to you guys about some tips for your own listings. But today I think it's just, you know, solid photographing, solid listing, and then heading over to the bins this afternoon. Also, since I'm in this room, I wanted to quickly show you guys some of the things I've been picking up recently for the springtime. First up are these Olsen sandals from Doc Martens. I did get a whole ton of Doc Martens sandals, and specifically their platform sandals, only because I know in the springtime here, Doc Martens are still going to be really popular. I also got some in these fun gladiator styles. So if you guys are looking for some spring items to get, I definitely would recommend good sandals, but specifically leather and some of these platform soles will do really well even if they're not Doc Martens. So I got several pairs of those just to stock up, because what I'm thinking is that either people will want these for Christmas or they will be looking for them in the spring. I just finished my 20 items photographing them, but I still have to get some cover photos for some of the nicer items in the back. But I did want to show you guys some of the other things I've been stocking up on recently, which is athleisure. So you guys know once January rolls around, all of the New Year's resolutions will be in full swing. So I've been trying to pick up some things that people can work out in, as well as nicer athleisure pieces. So I'm going to be showing you guys some of those today. All of these are definitely ones you guys have heard of before, but if you guys are not already stocked up, keep your eyes peeled for these pieces right now. The first item are just these Spanx faux leather leggings. These are in a size medium, which will go pretty fast, and these usually go for around $40 to $50 for me. I found these in the bins, so this was definitely a great find. I snatched those right up when they came out. But some other items that I don't think that people realized what they were, this one was a Patagonia sweatshirt. This one's made of organic cotton, and it's in a size large, which is a great size to be reselling. And even though the sweatshirt might not look like a lot, it still will profit me around $30 to $40, so I do pick those items up. The next was another thing that people were passing over at the bins, and it is just a Patagonia thermal. Nobody sees the Patagonia logo on the front, so they don't pick it up, but this one actually had the logo down at the bottom here. So a pro tip when you're sourcing at the bins is to get really familiar with how items feel. Some of the more quality fabrics I will just pick up, throw them in my cart, and then realize later that they are nicer items. So that's what I did with that one. And right next to that piece actually was this Lululemon little puff hat. Although little pieces of outerwear like this don't go for very much, I know that this can go really fast for around $25, so I was just ready for a quick flow flip on that item, especially because this one in particular has basically no signs of wear on the inside and was in perfect condition. And then lastly, I usually never pick up Athleta, but I did pick up this pair, and it's only because they are a floral pair of leggings. I've been really into the floral athleisure trend right now. And also these were just a great color, the emerald green, for the springtime. So I picked up all of these items in hopes that they will help someone on their New Year's resolutions. But then also I really have to take some cover photos here of the items that just didn't either photograph well, or they're just a higher end piece that I want to have some really good cover photos of. I would say two of the pieces that I really need to model here. This one was from the bins as well, and this was a major score. This is an Angora fur Cinzia Rosa full little trench coat. I love this, and again, this was something that I picked up from the bins just on feel. If you guys haven't seen that label before, that is what that looks like. So this was a major score for me, especially with Angora, and I believe this is also a wool blend. And then after that, I did find a Free People teddy jacket. This one retailed for $168, and I think I can get about $100 for it. So if I model that front photo, it definitely will help my chances of making that sale. And this one's actually, again, new with tags, so I was really excited to find it. I found this one in a buy sell trade store, and I did pay up a little bit for it, but because these are so popular right now, I thought it'd be worth it. So I have my jacket here with me, and as you guys can tell, it definitely has some bold colors, which is why it really didn't photograph well in my photographing room. So I just put on a plain basic black tank top and black jeans. You can wear black leggings if you want to as well, or really whatever makes you feel confident. I try to keep whatever I'm wearing underneath my items pretty basic and neutral. So as you guys can see, this is an adorable little teddy jacket from Free People. So what I'm going to do to show off the item is firstly make sure that my hair is tucked behind me. I don't want my hair being the focal point of the photo. I want the jacket to be the focal point of the photo. I can leave the jacket open or I can zip it, and that's really just based on your personal preference. If an item doesn't fit me that well, I usually keep it open in the front so that way it doesn't have any weird bulges or anything. But the last thing, if you are looking to model some photos, is just to have a very easy pose to go back to. Mine is just to lean out my front leg and lean forward a little bit on my arm. So just to make it a little bit easier to explain, I'll insert the photo of how this turned out exactly, so you guys can see that I'm leaning forward a little bit and trying to make myself look as slim as possible while still making the item the focal point of the photo. So I'm going to be photographing the few items that I had that either didn't turn out too well or that I just want a higher asking price for to make sure the item looks good. So I'm going to hop into that really quickly, so that shouldn't take me too long, and then I'm going to be measuring items and listing them. So I just got done with all of my listings and my cross listings. That took me about 2.5 hours. Took me a little bit longer than I wanted to because I did have to stop and get lunch, and also I got some flowers delivered, which are absolutely so pretty. So I had to unwrap those a little bit and take a little break, but now it is time for me to head over to the Goodwill Outlet. The Goodwill Outlet is pretty far away from my house, and I wanted to be there at 2, but it looks like I'm going to be there around 3. So we're going to see what I find at the outlet, but I'm feeling really good. It's always good when you get your listings done right at the beginning of the day, because I don't know about you guys, but personally for me, it just makes me feel so accomplished right at the beginning of the day. And you know, if you wait until the end of the day to do your listings, sometimes they don't always get done. So getting everything listed and put away by this afternoon was so good for me, and now I'm just excited to see what I find and to add it to my current death pile. Good morning, guys. It is a little bit later then I would have wanted to get started this morning, but I did have a car appointment that I had to get to. I travel a lot with my car, and I was driving last week and someone actually cut me off and a rock hit my windshield and broke my windshield, so I did have to get that replaced. And those kind of costs are pretty much inevitable whenever you do travel a lot for work, so I had to get that fixed. But now I think I need to give you guys a little bit of a Goodwill Outlet haul. I did not have enough time last night to film it, and honestly I was so exhausted, so I'm gonna film it this morning. I'm not sure if I'll have all of these listed in time for this video's upload, so if you don't see them listed yet, I'm sorry. They will be up soon, but I also have this whole rack of items yet to process, so I think those will come first, and then I'll process these separately. Okay guys, I have all of my bags right next to me from everything that I found yesterday, so I guess I can just hop right into it. Some of these are on the more lower end side, but I think it'll give you guys a good perspective of everything that I usually pick up in these types of hauls. So the first few things here are actually pretty much the same item. The first one is just this little pillowcase that says Noel. This one has Oregon State on it. And then the last one's really funky, and it has animals and pictures of animals on it. So this one says cat and dog, and if you flip it, it has a really fun picture of a monkey on it. And you guys are probably like, Erlia, why did you pick these up? Turns out these are all West Elm pillow covers, and these can go for a pretty easy 20 bucks. And so I did find quite a lot of these, but these were probably the most funky ones that I found. And so I thought that if I picked up some of these, especially the Noel one right before Christmas, that they might go pretty fast. And also I think that those would be great gifts for someone. The second item I picked up here was just this little knit hooded sweater from Skylar and Madison. If you guys don't know what the tag looks like, it just looks like that. These don't retail for much, but I did think that this would be a great buy-sell trade store piece because they're usually thinking about picking up trendier items, and this is definitely a trendier item. I would say it has little zippers on the sides here. So I don't think that I can resell that one for much, maybe $20, but even liquidating it pretty fast will give me a few dollars profit. So I do think that I will be doing that to that sweater. And I think I have another item in here that I'm going to be selling to the buy-sell trade stores as well. So if you guys want a whole separate video on that, leave me a comment down below because I would actually love to film a video like that to show you guys what my local buy-sell trade stores are picking up right now. The next item here, so this one is actually damaged, and I was really wondering if I should be picking this one up or not, but I did. And the reason is, it's because this is an Everlane cashmere sweater, and that is what the label looks like. The only thing wrong with this one, this side is the front, there is a small hole in the back. So I'm going to have to fix this up with some cream colored string, but I kind of feel like it's worth it because I've sold a damaged one of these before. Granted, it was new with tags, but it did sell for $60. So if I'm only picking this up for, I think I calculated out everything to $1.70-ish, I feel like I should definitely fix this one and just see if it can go, because that would definitely give me a higher net profit than any other item. The next item I picked up, I actually picked up via a recommendation from Mogi Beth in one of her videos. This is an Eliza J little knit sweater dress. It has some bauble detailing on the front, little dots. And it's pretty long. I think that this is a great piece for the holidays to have, and I didn't see anyone else picking this up. It's a size medium. I've actually been looking for this because my local thrift stores and buy-sell trade stores actually mark this up. I'm not sure if it's just because they sell it at Nordstrom Rack or not, but this will definitely give me a $30 profit. The next item definitely needs washed here, but this is also another Everlane piece from their Renew collection. So that's what that looks like. And it's just a Sherpa maroon sweatshirt from them. I really love pieces like this. They go pretty fast for me. So once I get this one cleaned, washed and everything, I'm definitely going to be listing this one as fast as I can. The next piece is actually the first piece I've ever found from Peruvian Connection. I'm not exactly sure how well these sell anymore, so I wanted to give it a try, especially since it's from the bins. This is just like an Aztec print little long sleeve tee. I have been selling some more long sleeve tees now, so I thought that this would be a great addition. This one's a size medium, so I do feel like it's a very good size. We'll see how well it sells. I'm not sure if this is an older style from them or not, but just because it was Peruvian Connection, I did decide to pick it up. The next one was a new brand to me, but I did see that they sold online for about $20 to $25. Maybe I shouldn't have picked it up, but it was a Jeannie by Eugenia Kim little headband. They do sell these on Revolve, and I just thought it was adorable, and even if it doesn't sell, I would definitely wear this because I love headbands. So that was another thing. I found these Doc Martens sandals. So these definitely need cleaned up, but I do have a leather cleaner, so I'm going to be fixing these ones a little bit. But these are Doc Martens flip-flops. I don't think that they'll go this season, but I do think that they'll go next season. I think people didn't pick these up because of the wear on them. They're pretty flat, but actually I think this is exactly how they were intended to be made because there really isn't a whole ton of wear on the bottom, and there isn't a lot of scrapes. So this is just how low the shoe was actually meant to be, and it is leather, so that's a little Doc Martens logo on the side there. These can easily go for $30 to $40, so that's why I picked these ones up. And again, everything was $170, so again, I thought that those would be a good pick. The next item here is one that I already have in my closet, and that's a Madewell cashmere sweater. So this is just another one to add to that collection. So this one's a size extra large, and it's a black sweater with white speckles all over it. This is in perfect condition, and it feels so soft. Again, things like this profit me around $30 to $40, so I was really excited to find this one. Again, there's really nothing wrong with it, so I am excited to see how fast this one goes. Madewell sweaters and Madewell sweatshirts usually do go pretty fast for me, as well as the Everlane ones, so I'm gonna see how well those go. Anytime I can find them though, I definitely pick them up. The next item here I picked up based solely on feel. I can usually feel Lululemon fabric pretty easily, and this one actually had no tags on it whatsoever, but it's just a little sweatshirt from them, and I don't think it's going to show up that well on camera, especially since it definitely needs steamed, but it has two zippers up the front here, and if you lean in really close, it has the Lululemon logo on the zipper. So that is what that looks like. And again, really the only way I could tell what this was just based on the fabric feel. So if you know the feel of Lululemon, you might know what I'm talking about. If you don't know the feel of Lululemon, I would highly recommend you just get really familiar with how their fabrics feel, because they do feel differently than other fabrics that you might feel when you're in the bins. A lot of what I pick up, including things like cashmere sweaters, are just based solely on feel. I think feel is definitely a tool that you get as a reseller to know what fabrics are more high-end. Lululemon uses different fabrics than other retailers, so I can definitely pick it up based on feel. I'm not sure about the size of this one, but I would guess that it is a size small or medium. But if you can't find the size tag on a Lululemon piece, usually you can just go based on measurements, and then they also have a size chart so you can match your measurements to the size chart. So that's what I might be doing with that one. The next piece here I actually did not look up comps on, so I probably should have, but it's just this men's Brooks pullover. It's a size large, which I thought it was a really good size because men's large pieces are harder to find in the bins for me anyways. So this is just a navy blue pullover shirt, great for outdoorsy people, and also has little thumb holes, so if you are a runner, this is great for that. Again, athleisure pieces, especially for the new year, will be really hot, so I have been picking up a lot more of those. This next piece probably was a mistake as well, so you guys know I don't pick up a whole ton of men's items, but I have been finding them in the bins, and when I notice that it's a good brand, I will pick them up. These are a pair of All Saints Bermuda shorts. These are a pair of men's shorts, believe it or not, and this is a size 31. They're called Switch Fit. And I do believe that these are a men's piece anyways. They look a lot shorter on camera, but I promise you they are a little bit longer. They go about mid-thigh. So yeah, All Saints does sell pretty well for me, and I actually noticed the label on this, and that's why I decided to pick it up. Again, I don't know what these are going to sell for, and it is winter, but I do think that they'll go. So maybe $30 on those, I would think. This trip definitely wasn't as good as other trips I've made recently, but since I am in a push week right now, I did decide to pick up a lot more items than I typically would, just because I'm trying to list a lot more. The next item was very exciting for me. These are a pair of snow pants, and these are the brand Quicksilver. These are a size, I think these are a size extra large. Yeah, these are a size extra large snow pants. I'm not sure if these are men's or women's. That's the label if you've never seen the Quicksilver label. But these are great because in January, February, skiing and snowboarding starts up again. These really had no wear on them, which was surprising because other pieces of snow gear that I pick up or that I picked up recently are just way more worn than these pair. So I'm excited to see how these ones go, but I think that they'll profit me around $50. So we'll see about those ones. And then let's see what's next. Oh, so in this bag were the most exciting things that I found. I just realized that I put my more high-end items in this bag, so if you've stayed watching for this entire time, you're seeing the best items that I picked up. So the Quicksilver pants were a great find, and then also I found 2 Barefoot Dreams cardigans. These also usually profit me around $40 to $50. So this is the Cozy Chic Light, and this is in a size medium. Although the material might not look great on camera because I've definitely found fuzzier ones, this is still a really high in demand fabric, and because it's a darker color, if there is wear on it, you can't really see it, so it's just a little open cardigan from them. Really nothing wrong with it, no holes or anything, so this will definitely go really fast for me, especially cardigans in the winter time here. People are looking for those. The second cardigan was just this light purple grayish color, and this is also in a size medium, so these must have been donated by the same people, but this one does have a hood to it, so just a nice big open cardigan. Honestly, I might keep one of these. I shouldn't, but I might. So these are great bread and butter pieces to have in your closet, so if you've never heard of Barefoot Dreams before, definitely pick it up when you are thrifting. I wouldn't pay up too much for these, maybe $15 max for the more profitable styles, because I've sold them around $60 before or up. But for these ones, I think around the $40 to $50 mark will be good. And the final item that I picked up at the Goodwill Outlet, I've sold these before in black. I forget the style name of these right now, so if you know them, leave them down in the comments. But these are a dance pant from Lululemon, and they're in a bigger size, and they are just in this pretty navy blue color. These are in a size 6 tall, so that's why they look a little bit bigger. Usually the taller sizes do adjust the waist a little bit. I'm a taller girl, so I know if I get a taller size, I usually have to size down in something, so maybe that's why it looks a little bit bigger to me. But also they're just baggy in general, so that's a little logo on there. Someone actually put these back, and I'm guessing it's just because they thought they were a less desirable style, but these definitely are not. If you find these with a big balloon leg like this with all the rouging, these I've sold in black for $70 before, so this is definitely my highest profit item, I think, of the entire haul so far. I definitely don't think that it was my best thrift trip yet, because usually when I go to the bins, I try to find about $1,000 of profit in one trip before I go home. This one was less than $500 for me, but I still feel like it was a good trip regardless, because I did find a few more desirable pieces. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog. I think I'm gonna cut it off here for today, but if you guys learned something, if you want to see more from me in these vlogs, leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you. Leave this video a huge thumbs up down below to support my channel, and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!